Hey out there, all you makers and artists. I'm Amy, and on this channel we talk about how your creative gift has value. A couple weeks ago I went over to Fort Worth to check out their Main Street Arts Festival. It's a really cool arts festival that happens in downtown Fort Worth, and it's been going on for years. I shot some video while I was there, and while I talk about the topic of this video, I'm going to just be showing different shots of what that show is like, and if you're interested in that show specifically, you can get a good idea of kind of what the setup is and how it looks, what it's like on a nice day. Today in this video, I'm going to talk about doing outdoor shows, whether it's art shows, craft shows, holiday fairs, any kind of special occasion market, and what some of the challenges are that come along with doing an outdoor show. There's also a lot of rewards for doing an outdoor show. When it turns out to be a nice day, people have a great time, and it's a good way to meet new people and sell your stuff. So I'm just going to be talking through some of the tips and tricks that I've learned and that other people have shared about having a successful outdoor market. So stick with me. The Fort Worth Main Street Arts Festival takes place in downtown Fort Worth in the spring. So when the weather is nice, as you can see here, it's quite lovely. The downtown merchants are open and a lot of people come out for it. Another thing that you can see in this video is that all the tents are matching and are set up together. They're all white and uniform, and so that tells me that they provide the tents and set them up for the vendors in this location. There's also a lot of great entertainment. In this case, the Fort Worth Symphony Orchestra was playing. There's also street entertainers that they pay to come there and perform and make it fun for everybody. So this show is a lot of fun to go to on a nice day. The inspiration for this actual video is that the day after we were there, rain was in the forecast, and it ended up being so widespread that they canceled Saturday completely. This was on a Friday, and on Saturday they canceled the show completely, and then on Sunday they were open again. So this made me think about what the merchants were going through, who had a great day on Friday and then completely closed on Saturday and then open again on Sunday. And those are the kinds of things that you deal with when you're doing an outdoor show. So the first tip I'd say specifically for outdoor shows and markets is have a plan for weather. Have a plan for every possible kind of weather, because you may get almost every kind of weather all within one show. I know here in Texas, I've done shows where it poured rain for part of the day, but we buckled up and put our things into plastic containers, and then the sun came out, people came out, and it was still a great show. So have a plan for all kinds of weather while you're there, and you may experience most of them. The next thing I would suggest that you do is get a very targeted weather app on your phone so that you can be tracking what the weather is doing at any given time in the specific place you are. It's easy to get a forecast that says, oh, there's a 50% chance of rain in this metro area, but you need something more specific than that. There's an app called Dark Sky that is more targeted to exactly where you are and can warn you when things are about to happen, when rain's about to come, and that may be a good way to keep an eye on what's going on while you're there and know how you need to react. The next tip is just to encourage you to really be flexible. When you're doing an outdoor show, just think of it like this. It's sort of like you have a business partner who's super flaky and unpredictable, and sometimes she shows up and is like a huge asset to your business and makes you, have better business and have happy customers and everything else, but sometimes she just goes nuts and is not helpful at all, and you wish you didn't have a partner because you could do it better by yourself without her messing things up for you. That's kind of how Mother Nature is, and if you do outdoor shows, you're sort of partnering with Mother Nature. But when it works really well, and it's worth it. And if you just try and stay flexible and remember that, over time, you can have good shows and bad shows, but over time, it can pay off if you just are patient and don't hang too much on every minute of every show that you're doing. Try to look at the long game, and hopefully Mother Nature can be a partner that's worth having. I want to encourage you also to prepare for anything. So even if rain is predicted for the whole weekend, still bring your sunscreen and your bug spray and your sunglasses, because you may have some of that too. Even if it's supposed to be sunny all weekend, make sure that you have some plastic bins, some shower curtains or plastic sides, some tarps, some things like that that will help protect your work, and that you have your rain jacket with a hood that'll protect you. Weather forecasts can sometimes take us by surprise. They can sometimes be wrong, so just make sure that you are prepared. The next tip I'd like to give is if you're doing a show and you end up having bad weather and you just feel like it's a bust and it cost you money, it can be real easy to kind of get into a negative mindset. And I have found at all kinds of trade shows and retail shows that this is not helpful at all. Just being negative and hanging around and complaining with the other vendors or sellers doesn't help anybody, and it kind of makes you all just feel grumpy. So try to remember that good things can happen even in a show where you don't have a ton of traffic and beautiful weather. It can be an opportunity to get to know a few die-hard fans in a special way. And I suggest that you find a way to make it fun and to reward any diehards who come out when the weather is bad. Man, they deserve something special or something fun. And also, because things are a little less formal, if you have a situation where the weather's bad and not that many people show up, or it's cold or it's rainy, you can relax and let your hair down a little and do things that are a little more informal and fun for the people who do show up. And what it may end up happening is that it may open up a relationship and create some loyalty to a new customer, a new relationship that you never had before, because you got to know somebody on a whole different level when you did this thing together, which was hanging out at an art show in the rain, and you gave them, cupcakes in your booth that you were eating because there's no customers there, so you might as well just treat everybody like a friend. So remember to try and find ways to make it enjoyable and to make your customers feel special. And remember to be grateful to the people who do turn out when the weather is less than perfect, because those are the people who really are excited about doing things and seeing things and getting to know people. When the weather is good, an outdoor festival is so much fun for everybody attending, and it's a great chance to meet people. People want to get out when the weather's nice. They want to do something outdoors, and it's a lot of fun for everybody. So when it pays off really well. If you're willing to kind of slog your stuff out there and to find ways to protect it and to make a plan to keep it safe, then you can do something that's really worth it, and you can meet and connect with a lot of new customers and new people. All right, I hope those tips were helpful. I'd love to hear any other tips you guys have in the comments below. And I'd also like to ask you to subscribe and check out this channel for more videos every week where we talk about things for artists and creatives to do to help find the value in their creative gifts. I want to encourage all of us to help each other in that way. Thanks, and see you next week.